y minus 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 equals plus. Let's create a number line here up to 5. We are going to add also numbers to the left. It doesn't matter if it is negative numbers or not. We are going to divide those to numbers to the left and numbers to the right, and numbers to the left. And we are going to add an example here, 0 plus 1. This is going to take us to either to the right or to the left. In this case, for the plus sum, we are going to go to the right, to the positive numbers, we know. So this is going to be equal 1 because we are starting from nothing and we are going to the right 1 unit, let's say. So this one, it means that we are going to the right. If we have 0 minus 1, the minus or subtraction operation tells us to move to the opposite side in the number line. So instead of going to the right, we are going to the left 1 unit in this case, and this is going to be 1 unit, but we are going to create an arrow that its direction is to the left of the number line. Another example could be 0 plus a negative number. In this case, we are going to write minus 1. We could think this as adding a debt. If I have nothing and I'm going to add something to debt to someone, we are starting from number 0 and we are moving to the negative numbers 1 step, and as a result we are getting 1 unit, but in this case we move to the left, which is going to give us a negative number. And finally, the tricky one, we are going to subtract that negative number from 0. So here we are starting again at the number 0, and we are subtracting a negative number. If we see one pattern here, when we add something, we go to the right, we add a positive number, positive here and positive here, and when we subtract a positive number, we go to the opposite side. So the same happens if we add or subtract a negative number. For negative, when we add a negative number, we go to the left. So following this rule here, if we subtract that same number, we go to the opposite side. So we are going to get the number or 1 unit to the right, to the positive numbers. So this one is going to give us the number 1. Let's make another example, and instead of starting at the number 0, we are going to use the number 2, and we are going to go faster here. 2 plus 1 is going to be equal to 3, and we are going to the right. The same for subtraction. 2 minus 1, we need to go to the left. How many units? 1. And if we started at the number 2, a positive number 2, we go 1 to the left, or we subtract 1, we are going to get 1. Now let's start with subtraction. We have the number 2 plus minus 1. Again, we are starting at the number 2. We are adding a depth, which means that we need to go to the left. How many units? 1 unit. So we are going to the left 1 unit, and this is going to give us 1 as a positive number. And now the tricky one. We have the number 2 minus 1. So we are starting at the number 2. We need to subtract. If we subtract, we go to the left. But in this case, we are not subtracting a positive number. When we subtract a positive number, we just go to the left. In this case, if we have a negative number, we need to flip that. So instead of going to the left, we are going to go to the right. So which is how many units? 1 unit, and this is going to give us the number 3. So 2 minus 1 is going to give us 3. And we are going to the opposite side, here to the right. Another way to see that is if we have 2 plus minus 1, we are adding a depth. So we start at the number 2 and we add minus 1, which is the same as going to the left 1 unit. That's why we get 1. But in this case, this is totally different than this. So we won't get the same result 1. We need to do this jump here that we performed before. So instead of going to the left, we need to go to the right 1 unit. And that's how I understand this concept. Thank you.